We have tremendous problems of accountability, quasi-legal corruption, but corruption nonetheless in the United States. It's something the Center for Public Integrity works on a great deal, but we do not have a perfect system of accountability at all. Our problems in the United States, we have tremendous money influencing politics. It may be legal, but increasingly it's hidden. We don't know the sources, it's hidden influence. This money is affecting our politics greatly. At the same time, we have a judicial system which is a little less independent because they too are now political and take money to run for office. We have a media which is a little weaker than it used to be in some ways, does less investigative journalism. So my own feeling is we have our institutions are not as strong as they should be. Meanwhile, money is pouring in and we have a duopoly of power. Two parties, both of whom take money from the same special interests, both of whom are recipients of that money. So it's not a pure competition in power either that goes on. And I think these are the issues that we face in the United States. We have a General Accountability Office, which is very good in Washington, does good work, but the actions they come up with, the reports, are not always followed up by the Justice Department or by the judicial system. So it's a serious issue in the United States, and I think the public there, much like the public in Mexico, I think understands the seriousness and knows that these are things to pay attention to. Just take the budget in the United States. It's very, very complex. Therefore, it becomes opaque in many ways, and people can't see what's going on exactly. So it's hard for a citizen, much less I think the media sometimes, to follow, track, and do reporting that's very serious that people can understand what's going on. Well, the role of media is to provide information, to provide transparency about problems and what's going on. And I think I have seen in our own work, when we provide transparency, it does change behavior. You can shame public officials, you can shame whole states, you can show problems, and there is a corrective then eventually comes from that. Civil society and NGOs and others, it takes them too to take that information that the media is providing and follow it up with action. It takes an engaged citizenry to care about these issues. I don't think the whole public anywhere would care, but there are communities who really do care about good government. So it takes the media on the one hand doing its job as a watchdog in the corridors of power, as we say, and a civic society that's active and aware of what's going on and taking action on the other. In states and in the Washington, there are institutions and organizations doing their job, but the media playing a role of watchdog is a good thing. For them to know that we are watching and we are reporting and we are independent and finding things that they didn't find, I think is an important role in any society, in any free society, along with the civic society. Sometimes it offers without asking, sometimes we have to fight for it and sue the government often to get the information. If it's embarrassing, they don't want to give it out. That part is a battle, and that goes on I think in every government. It's a problem everywhere that politicians look short term. They look at their term of office, but the problems we're dealing with are long term and bigger and longer. And you don't have many politicians looking 25 years out saying, what do we need to do? What kind of energy policies do we need to be promoting so we can, have energy in 25 to 50 years? I wish they did, but the reality of their re-election, I think, prevents that. I know that you have made tremendous progress since 2000, and I congratulate Mexico because I feel there are good things are happening, and step by step. There's no easy one thing that does it, but I know that having independent media is really important, having groups like this, and I think collaborating amongst all groups is really important. I would say maybe that's the one thing. If everybody in the Red for Accountability, the network, if they could really work together, they would have tremendous power, and I think could really move the society and make it more accountable overall. If it's media, it's civil society, it's government, there is no one thing. I think it is all together.
There is no simple solution.
There is no simple solution.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Thank you.